Hey guys, it's Melissa. In this video, we are going to go start to finish on our first UV DTF sticker with the EufyMake E1. So this is a beginner tutorial, but along the way, I'm going to give you lots of tips and tricks, including why you should be using the mini flatbed for this, why you want to put your design in landscape instead of portrait mode, why you want to be using the built-in sticker profile, things that worked for me and things that haven't worked for me. We're going to get to all of it, and you are going to end up with your first UV sticker at the end of this. So settle in, and if you have any questions along the way, leave them in the comments. If you're looking for one-on-one help, I also offer that in Silhouette at Silhouette U. That is in the description below. Let's head over to EufyMake Studio and start there.
Okay, so when we move over to EufyMake Studio, we are actually going to start in this screen. This is the little machine screen, and we're just going to make sure that we are ready to print. If you haven't printed in a day or so, it may say that you're in moisturizing mode, and if you don't check here first, then you are going to have to end up waiting like 10 or 15 minutes to do all the moisturizing, so you may as well just check here first so that it can be going while you're getting your design ready. We are ready to go, so we don't have to do anything. So now I'm going to go into my design area. Now, we will upload a file, but before we do that, you obviously want to make sure that you have your bed. Now, one thing that I will tell you is if you want to save time when you're making small stickers or anything that's small, use the mini flatbed. And that is because it takes quite a bit of time to do the snapshot. But if you are using the small bed, the small flatbed, it takes like significantly less time than it does if you are using the standard bed. So you don't need to use a standard bed when your item is only going to be like a couple inches, and it would definitely fit on a flatbed. All right, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to do snapshot first. You saw we already set up our flatbed. It's hooked up into the machine, or it's attached to the machine. We put the UV DTF sticker paper on there already, and so we are ready to go. So while this is doing it, doing the camera alignment and all that, we are going to upload a file. So I am just going to click upload. These are files that I have previously uploaded, and I'm going to upload another one. So the file that I am going to use is this little coffee. Well, I have that one, and then I have, let's see, we have a couple other ones. They need to be, they can't be zipped. Okay, so if you're using a file that's zipped, just be aware of that. I guess we'll use this one. This is fine. Okay, it's a PNG. It's going to come in. It's going to be super big, and you're going to be wondering, like, what size do I need? So unfortunately, when your file is selected, you are going to have the sizes over here. It is not possible at the time that this video is being recorded to switch this to inches. So if you don't know what the conversion is, which that would be me, I qualify for that, I need to constantly look it up, okay? Okay, but regardless, I'm going to size this down. Now you can see here is my flatbed, and I'm gonna size this down. So you don't have to print in this orientation, right? You can get a larger file, a larger design size if you rotate. The other thing is, and I'm not going to print this one, but I do just want to show you that even if you are printing something like this, and let's say it's small enough that it fits up here, it actually makes more sense and will save you time if you turn it this way. The reason is that the print head runs back and forth completely across every single time. So you are limiting the number of times that it has to run across if you put your file sideways instead of up and down. So you can see it's going to be fewer times that this file has to go across versus if it was up and down like this, because now it has to also go across all these extra times as well. Okay, so just keep that type of thing in mind. All right, so I've got my file. I'm going to just double check okay, so while we're here, I'm going to show you this too. Right now you can see it's telling me that it's 97.2 in both directions. There's no way that's possible. It's obviously longer here. So I'm going to crop it by just double clicking and then pulling the bounding box up and down on the sides. Okay, so that is going to allow me to get a more accurate size of my file. Okay, and now you can see that it's adjusted. So it's saying, again, there's some real quirks with this software. It's telling me that it's 78.9 wide. Well, that's if it's this way wide, okay? So it does, you'll see that they don't change. They stay the same no matter how your item is rotated, which is crazy. Okay, so we won't need this to be 90 degrees. All right, now let's see how tall 97 millimeters is. I just need to check that. That is 4 inches. I could probably get away with doing it a little bit larger, so I'm going to do that because I'm putting it on that tumbler we talked about. Okay, so now we have it here and we need to decide on our setup, okay? So you've got, when you select the item, you have the ink mode is gonna come up. Now, these are all of the ink modes, and there's one that's called sticker. You can also customize and build your own, but I actually found that this sticker one works pretty well. The thing that I don't care for is it's not telling me how many layers of white gloss and CMYK it's doing. So I don't really know, but what I know is that when I have tested, it seems to have a layer of gloss over the entire surface of the sticker almost, or there's something about it that allows it to transfer easier. So I've used these other sticker profiles that I have created. This is, for whatever reason, doesn't stay white. But when I've done this, it's sometimes like little edges of the sticker will peel off. So anyway, so I like to use the default sticker profile, okay? All right, and then all you have to do is click print. Now it's going to tell you this. What does this mean? So I don't really know what this means other than I looked up this error and it seems to be that it has to do with the DTF, UV DTF sticker material itself, okay? I have printed a bunch of stickers and haven't noticed any pixelation or anything, so I am not really sure. So I just click ignore and print, because if you click view elements, it literally, you see nothing, like it's useless. So I just click ignore and print. And then you have to go over to your machine and you are going to have to click the button once it chimes. Now, one thing, it is going to tell you here how long this is going to take to print, so you'll know. So let's give it a second. You can see here it's telling me it's going to take about 10.5 minutes to print this one sticker. Okay, so when you hear the chime, your design is done. So what you can do is you're going to carefully remove it off of the bed. Now you can see I'm using, this is a cutting mat, not the bed that, or not the sheet that they gave you. So you're going to be very careful. Now, this area is sticky, okay? That's still the adhesive that is there. What we need to do now is run it through the laminator. The laminator is going to go on top, and that's going to allow us to peel the sticker off and then place it on the surface where we want to put it, which in this case is going to be a tumbler. Okay, now I'm using the EufyMake hot laminator, but you don't have to use this one. You can use any heated laminator. This one works well though, so I'm using that. Now, what you're going to do is, if it's been on, you want to make sure that you press the heating button, and what that's going to do is begin the heating process. And this bottom little light here is going to start blinking orange. Once it turns green, then it's ready to go. So we'll wait for that, and then what we are going to do is take our sticker, we're going to align it over here on the left, and it's going to feed out the back. Okay, so we're all heated up. So I'm just going to carefully take my sticker and I'm going to place it over here. Now it should start feeding. For some reason, all of a sudden mine stopped doing this automatically. So I'm just going to press what looks like a play button over here, and that'll pull it through, and then I'll have to hit the stop button when it comes out on the back side. So don't be alarmed, but the laminate gets all like kind of wrinkled around. That's just heated. All right, so now I'm going to press stop, and there's a splicer on there, and
now this is how it comes out. Okay, so we obviously don't need all that, so we will cut around it. All right, so here is my tumbler. Depending on what side you want to put the design on, I probably will hold it with my right hand, so I want it to be out this way, so I'm going to position it here. All right, we're not exactly ready yet, though. First thing that we need to do is trim down the sticker. Now, you can obviously just use scissors, or the Eufy Laminator comes with this cutter. All right, so you can use this to trim. Okay. All right, now I'm actually going to trim. You don't have to trim all the way, but I find that working with less laminate is better than having a whole bunch of extra. And like I said, you can just cut as well if you want. I'm just going to leave myself a little piece so I have a tab to pull it. Okay. All right, I got a lot of stuff over here. Okay, so now I have this. Now I will tell you that the tumbler and also the tumbler holder are available on So Fancy. I will post the links for you as well. So what I'm going to do is I want this to be centered here. And actually what I'm going to do, this is straight across. Okay, and we'll try to use the top for alignment. Okay, so you're going to peel this off. Okay, and you can see the white there. All right, so white was obviously printed first, which is what we need as a base. Okay, and what I'm going to do is place it down in the center first, and then kind of rock and roll to each side. Okay, and you're going to just press it really hard on there. Now, I would suggest using a burnishing tool. Okay, so I don't know how much you can see in the video, but there is some texture that like you can kind of feel that parts of this are raised up. That all has to do with that sticker profile that we were talking about in the software. Okay. All right. So now we are just going to peel. Now, when you peel UV DTF, you want to like a hard edge. Okay. So you want to peel it back really tightly. What you can see is that a little bit extra coming off there. I have to clean that up. But there are pieces that are so small and they are staying behind. That's exactly what we want. Okay, that is really good adhesion. And I was not getting that when I was using my own profile. So that's why I'm saying I like the built-in sticker profile. These tumblers can also be used like they can be laser engraved. You could obviously you can't sublimate on this one, but you can use them for a bunch of different purposes if you wanted to do vinyl. The reason I like the UV sticker on them is because first of all, you get the texture. Second of all, there's no way I would be transferring all of these little teeny things or weeding and cutting them with vinyl. Okay, so anyway, so that came out really well. That is a perfect first sticker project. This design itself is also from So Fancy, so I'll link to that below in the description for you guys as well. But if you have more questions about how to use your Eufy, make sure you check out the full playlist that I have. And also I offer one-on-one support, same day personalized help all through Silhouette U, and it's available for the EufyMake as well. All right, so you'll find all of that on Silhouette U. Again, more information in the description below.